Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We're playing in the Harbinger League as a solo self-found Dark Pact Necromancer. And today, we're gonna run the unique map, Poorjoy's Asylum. It is tier 9, but the modifiers on the map will most likely make this one feel much more difficult. Monsters have 143% more life, so that's probably gonna make them on par with something closer to like a tier 13, 14 map. Monsters have 146% increased damage. Again, that's now at roughly 25 to 30% damage per map tier. This is gonna push this closer towards a plain vanilla tier 14 or maybe a tier 12 or 13 with some damage modifiers. Monsters have increased movement speed, attack speed and cast speed. It's only 25%. We've had 40% on some other maps in the past. But again, if the monsters are able to attack faster, their damage output is going to be higher. So monsters are going to be very different. Treat this as if it were a red map, and it's probably going to be in the general vicinity. Area is a large maze. We gain 150% increased XP, and the boss drops 10 additional rare daggers. I haven't played this one before, but based on what I read on the wiki, it's supposed to be incredibly rippy. So I've waited playing this until I actually cleared corrupted tier 13 maps. So I hope that was enough of a preparation. So here goes. Okay. This doesn't look overly joyful. So let's just put some things up and let's go slow and steady. Enemies are supposedly incredibly rippy. So let's try not to take too many chances with getting hit. It's a very strong Lunaris theme. Oh, yeah, exactly. The crossfire here is... I got caught a little bit in the crossfire and already took a lot of damage. I wasn't even actually the active target of their attacks. Slow and steady is going to be the way we want to play this. Okay, let's put a decoy totem in the back there. And just flank them. We're using the wall here as a shield. We have minions that can just barge in. This way you have more open shots. Wonderful. Oh, this one is superior. I think I want that. Okay, again, enemies inside, so put up a decoy totem just to draw their fire. Enemies cannot die, or allies cannot die. I think he's the one standing there. Blow up the corpses, that means my minions can just waltz in there. And then we blow them up. Oh. You get hit a couple times and you're dead. Okay, we have a bit of a drawn out front. That's not to my advantage. It's better when my minions are focused. That way the enemy's attacks are going to be most focused, so the lanes are easier to predict. Looks like they're shooting multiple... and they're blues, that's why. I was really thinking, wait, that's not a mod that was listed, multiple projectiles. Okay. The righteous fire dudes that keep running up to you. They're doing quite some damage. Now I was sipping too many potions there. At least too many to be sustainable. Bone offering triggering every once in a while from the crossfire is not a bad thing, because it does make my skeletons all that much more tanky. Okay, something is cursing there. Okay, and we're getting flanked again. Just blow up some corpses so enemies can't. Not a lot of corpses to be blown up. So far so good, but with the unique maps, most of the time the true challenge is in the bosses, not so much in the map itself. Though here, I'm very happy I did not take the maps level itself at face value, because treating this as a tier 9, you might be sorely disappointed. Okay. Backtrack a little bit to paint in this corner of the map. Slow and steady. Oh. Miscreation. Okay. There's too many enemies spread around, which in turn spreads all the minions around. On the upsides of a minion build, I'm not gonna be the instant focus of everybody here. So the enemies are very good at quickly consuming corpses here, especially these dudes. It does make it more difficult for me to put up offerings. But I'm getting pretty experienced at just blowing them up, even without the corpses. So what is it that is consuming them? Because I was expecting it to be a mod on something. But where did it go? Ooh, that's a nice killing things around an angle via AoE kind of deal. Oh. Wonderful, lots of corpses to explode. Putting up another offer. Okay, there's more activity there. And we'll just blow up the corpses so they can't. I think I might have used a devouring totem or a cannibal or something along those lines. Okay, this is a dead end, so we can push further. Oh, wait. Reanimator. Oh, you sneaky bugger. You're standing there, all silent, waiting for me to ignore you, right? And again, you as well. Enemies. Just can't rely on them to just blindly attack you. What's up with that? Okay, there we are. Oh. Note to self, when I get cursed, just instantly cleanse it, because the vulnerability in combination with some of the damage enemies are doing does make me a bit more vulnerable to their attacks, which I definitely want to minimize. They're already doing a decent chunk of damage, so from cursed it's only going to be worse. Right. Exactly, the stream of enemies was predictable. They were really just warming up and then preparing to cast. Sometimes it's good to stand and shoot, other times it's, or oftentimes it's better to shoot and move. Oh. That's definitely one of the things that I'm slowly, very, very slowly getting better at now that I'm more consistently playing on the red maps, is the need to move more in order to not be there when the damage comes, instead of having a tanky build so that I can outlast the damage. Being too tanky definitely allows you to get away with a lot of more sloppy player habits. Okay, let's have a quick look here. Okay, so this one extends that way, but also if you backtrack a little bit, then we can connect with there maybe. And we can just weave to one side rather than having to backtrack. Oh, I'm getting flanked here. Let's fix that first. Oh, that's a large room. Let's put an offering up. Oop. Yeah, I don't like you. Yeah. Nothing personal. It's just that you're trying to murder me. I just don't like that. There we go. And stay down. Tentacle miscreations, burning miscreations. All failed experiments. Okay. And as I said, let's see if we can push down this path. Oh, you are teleporting into my minions. Okay with that. There's an upside to playing on a map like this after having played a map. The map I played before this was a Necropolis that had both temp change and vulnerability as map-wide effects, and monsters did 100% increased damage as lightning. So I was both slowed and taking more damage from enemies. So I'm already that was pretty nice to already put me in the mindset of don't be where attacks are gonna be. Definitely paying off here. Okay. Oh. I did make a little bit of a misplay. Don't think it's gonna come back to bite me, but you never quite know. It's always those things that you don't expect that come back. And I did leave a couple of enemies room back in the flank, and I pushed forward. I noticed them subconsciously, but not really actively, and I should have cleared that out. Because in case of a retreat with low life, I could have gotten off guard there by enemies. This case though turned out alright, and I did push back to where I was, and we can reveal this. Wonderful. So there's a little room there, and looking on the map geometry, either this is going to extend off to the side or this is going to be a dead end room. So let's walk back a little bit and have a quick look and see if that's indeed a dead end room or not. Note to self, don't stare at minimap when you're at unexplored areas, because there were actually enemies here that I completely overlooked. Okay. Trying to use the terrain a little bit to my advantage. And of course I was focused on the miscreations that shoot things, and then I get melee mobbed by the righteous fire ones. Or the unrighteous fire ones. I think technically it's called unrighteous fire what they're using. Since, well, they're not really all that righteous, the enemies. Okay, Harbinger, wonderful. This has the potential to be incredibly rippy. I'm just happy there's no Templars on this map. Templars in Harbinger rifts or Harbinger attacks are insanely rippy. Here it feels under control, but usually it's the later stages of the Harbinger attack that get you caught off guard. They seem to, either they just get closer to you or they just become more aggressive. Either way, they seem to do more damage and actually push me back in the later stages, whereas in the earlier stages of the Harbinger thing, not so much. That's the sets. So you're gonna push back here. No, getting pushed back is not a bad thing. It's not just something though to keep in mind that it is strategy to use. Okay. I just take a couple steps back, regroup, and then push in again. Definitely those times when I allow myself to get surrounded, and most importantly, if I have enemies between me and my minions, that's when things go bad. That's when things go really bad. It's also why I really enjoy levels that just have a lot of space to maneuver, since I can get out of trouble that way. And wonderful, we have charging. There's always some stragglers. Oh yeah, that's a teleporter. For a moment I thought, hey wait, blue, but we just defeated the Harbingers. Okay, there's an obelisk in the back. Yeah, it's just an obelisk. Wonderful. Oh. Okay, so chance of this connecting into it is slim. This is actually just going off to the side. Well, it does say it's a large maze. So I'm assuming that means there's just going to be less points connecting to each other than normal. But they'll suspect eventually we will get back there. Okay, no, note to self again. The minions were fighting in the room to the side, so bad opportunity, bad moment to run off into the other direction, because again that is an opportunity for getting myself sandwiched. Which is not the most brilliant thing in the world to do. Okay. Here more enemies. Yeah, wonderful. Please do explode. Oh, also you guys, please do explode. Okay, nothing is attacking me at the moment. Now that is a moment to explore this area. Okay, just use the corpses there to trigger a bone offering or a flesh offering. Now we can push forward here. Okay, there's a little bit of flanking. Let's see if we can get rid of that. I probably could have used my bone, my Vaals on the skeletons more often here to deal with some of the more tough encounters. On the other hand, I don't know the map that well. Actually I don't know it at all. It's the first time I'm playing it. So I have no idea what to expect in terms of the boss. Is it not going to be out in the open? Is it going to be in an arena? I simply have no idea. The wiki also was not overly helpful in that regard. Just listed that there was a boss, not any details. Okay, I definitely got caught from a flank there. Okay. Cool. Okay, some shiny items. 6 socket and a map exclusive. Spike gauntlets. But I don't know anything about the bosses and that. Then I would prefer to play a little bit more conservatively. Keep my Vaal skills, which effectively are mostly one-offs. Just keep them for the boss fight. And use my regular skills to deal with normal encounters. Even some of the tougher encounters like a Harbinger. Though Harbingers do have a habit of generating lots of corpses / souls, so it's not that bad. Oh, speaking of Harbingers. Okay, let's just unleash the army of the damned here. Just to act as a distraction. Put a decoy totem up. Cleanse my curses. Okay, I'm getting attacked from behind here. That is bad. Let's just put a decoy totem a little bit further ahead so the enemies are drawn towards the top side of the map. And there's still... Oh, okay. I'm running out of enemy minions here, so let's take a step back. Because again, you don't want to get mobbed, you don't want to get surrounded. That's also here. Oh, you are very quick. And burning with a desire to kill me. Usually that's a recipe for trouble. Oh, we got an iron staff. Hey, I think I recognize that graphic. Just a blue, just a thing. Again, it's an unknown map, so trying to just preserve what you call it, portals. This is Dying Breath. Cast speed, max mana, increased effect of aura and curse skills or area. Nearby enemies have increased effect of curses. Nearby allies gain increased damage and increased effect of non-curse auras you cast. Okay, so if you're a support bot, I suppose this is useful. However, it doesn't scream that it is generally useful. It probably has some very specific applications. Okay. Okay, so the chainmail is just gonna have to remain here. Don't really care. I have a lot of chromatic items already, chromatic orbs. I know that once you start using chromes for coloring some off-color items, that you might easily burn hundreds of them. That's why I still keep picking them up. In this case, I have no idea whether we need all the portals or not. So some items will get left behind. Because in the end, no. 6 slots in the inventory for a single chrome. That's not all that efficient. Okay. There's quite a torrent of fire here, because my minions were getting murdered at a rapid rate, though in their defense they are getting sandwiched from two sides here, just from the top and from the side. Okay, and there we go. Okay, let's clear this room. Okay, that was just a corner. So, might be the top end of the map here. So, from there on it's just going to be winding back. Probably in a very elaborate way, connecting back to this. I wonder if the arena is going to be in the middle, or if there's going to be an arena at all. So I think I did enter somewhere near the bottom of the map. So on the opposite side here could be a natural place for a boss to be. Oftentimes when there's a boss, the boss is on the opposite side. Also, I thought I saw something there, but I guess that was just one of my old minions that was just walking. Okay. Okay, let's take a step back here. Also, I'm getting far enough into the map that... Oh, Mistress Hysteria! Yeah, we found the boss. I was gonna say, getting far enough into the map that I probably should put up a portal just in case. Guess what happens? Okay, there's an army of knuckleheads here. Clear curses, refresh knuckleheads. We got bone offering up, that's good. And that is Mistress Hysteria. She's dead. And we got a Shaper's Orb tier 9 from her. Wonderful. So... let's just flip these around for now. So that is at least Poorjoy's Asylum defeated. That was over here next to the temple. So about 85% cleared. That's the best one so far. Okay, so what to use the Shaper's Orb on tier... Okay, lift something to tier 9. Nee, wait, we can upgrade a tier 9 by 5 tiers. Oh wow, that becomes a tier 14 then. That's interesting. So for uniques it works differently then. I thought that for the normal maps it just lifts a lower tier map to the same tier, but for the uniques it actually boosts them. So we have a temple, we have orchards, we have a couple of unique maps, crypt, museum, overgrown shrine, my shaped phantasmagoria, and reef. Okay, so temple is a pretty tricky map. Orchard is it's a nice map to play actually. I really enjoy Orchard, and in the boss you do have a large arena, so it is more friendly for more dangerous mobs, such you have more space to run around and hide behind the pillars and things like that.
Curiosity is followed by ambition.
That.
Ambition is followed by madness.
So there's that. Access to a tier 14 map now. Cool. So let's empty our pockets and then continue clearing the map. What was that one? That was SSF Gentle Touch. Cast temp change on hit, which is pretty nice mod. Though of course the opportunity cost is that any other curses you cast will get overridden. It's only level 5, level 10. Level 10 is not quite bad. But there's some opportunity cost to it. On the other hand, it's automatic, so you don't actually have to actively cast it. It saves you a skill slot. Or a link, if you will. Or if you use curse on hit, then it actually saves you 2 gems. Okay. Very, very charming looking place. Ooh, that's a lot of enemies. You are too close. Let's put a skelly in your face. See how you like that. Wonderful. One offering is up. That means my minions are blocking. Also, you definitely should not be in my face with your burning auras. Oh. A little bit too much. Yeah. Oh. I survived the boss. I'm not gonna die to some freaking minion here. Annoying as it might be. They do get bigger, stronger, better, faster. All that stuff from absorbing souls, but yeah, they actually absorb quite some souls. Wonderful. Okay, 50 plus mobs remaining and plenty of space here. So this adventure is gonna continue for a bit more. Okay, actually treat you a little bit like something that is on one level with the boss. A little bit of wither goes a long way. It's a side effect, it generated some corpses I could consume. Whoa. Downside of pushing down on the map, part of the interface obscures what you could otherwise see if you were pushing up in the same distance. Okay, and I prefer to actually backtrack a little bit, clear out the side room, just so I won't get blindsided here. Okay, yep. Okay, there's a bunch of mortuary experimenters there. Oh, there's more. As long as I keep casting minions, then they will just insta-explode most corpses here. Which is fine. It's all fine. My corpses are useful, they're not required. And the offerings, they do stay up for quite a while, so it's not like I need to refresh it every couple seconds. Oh, I overlooked you. There. stuff over to the side there. Here, I have some minions. Also, so they thought the same about me, sending in their zombies. There you go. Bye bye. Ooh, look at them. Like fish in a barrel. Oh. You pay attention to them, and then you don't pay attention to the zombie army that was slowly forming around my feet. They do keep it interesting. Okay. Let's go into the barrel to collect the loot that the fish dropped. Yeah, we could overpower them. Kill them before they started shooting, because many of the tentacle miscreations would have been slightly problematic if I had to tank it myself, like apparently I'm doing now. That's nuts. Here, I have some skeletons. So I must say, I'm really enjoying this level. It's... Oh, it almost seems like it was designed for more slower play. Oh, enemies are doing a lot of damage, even to a higher level build, like I have. So you have to be cautious. It's not good to try and overpower this, since the enemies also have a lot of power. Then we get to the slow and steady gameplay that I so much enjoy. Ooh, strongbox. What's in the box? 3 rares, additional rare items. Mirrored items. I'm never a big fan of mirrored items. On the other hand, it's effectively free bonus items. If I say it like that, it doesn't sound so bad. But let's get out of there. There's already minions there, so we can just hit the kill all enemies button. Something in there is making their bodies immortal. Ah, that must be you. No longer doing that. Wonderful. Whoa. So say, then I'm standing outside of the arena, not really participating in the fight, and I still get caught in the crossfire. Marvelous. Okay, 50 plus monsters remain. Oh well. So that's in this little section of the map. Still 50 enemies. But oh, I don't think there's actually a pack size listed on here. But the pack size is the packs are pretty dense here. Even if there's no official increased pack size thing here. Okay, we can actually use this cage to my advantage, simply to increase the walking distance of enemies. Let's keep that one a bit lower. Because if I'm in a cage, they have to walk all the way around. Shooters can shoot, but I can shoot them back. And it's those unrighteous fire miscreants that are definitely being rather annoying here. Cage like this is the most ideal, since all the doors are closed. That makes me immune to melee. Probably a strategy I might have just used more purposefully if I had thought of it earlier. Okay. Okay, still 50 plus remaining. Do like finding unique jewels. Who knows, might actually be useful, might actually find something that's better than one of the jewels I'm currently using. Oh, you look annoyed. There you go. Okay, a war is still being fought. I did see some projectiles fly by. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, there's something off to the side here. Just a lot of activity coming from there. On the days, yeah. There you go. Oh, stop trying to murder me. It's technically their job and all that, but I hope don't have to be so eager about it. I'll make up for it in return. I'm very eager to kill them. Oh, wait, you are not friendly, but you were standing between me and that jeweler's orb, so therefore you shall die. Oh, look, more motivation to clear this side of the map. Seven enemies, okay, and that might be the final pack. One enemy, you. Marvelous. That is a full clear. Then quickly go back here and pick up the final bits of loot I left behind. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Poorjoy's Asylum. I played it at level 88. Hopefully I'll actually turn 89 soon, but that is going to be for another time. For now though, I'm going to thank you very much for watching and hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.